21 Dreams. Becky and her big dogs.
Once upon a time, there was a woman named Becky. She lived with 2 huge Rottweilers. She had wanted dogs that looked strong, dogs that could protect her. Something frightening had happened to Becky, and now she had scars on her face. She had come to feel the world was an unsafe place. People would probably stare at her if she went out, or maybe even call her names. So she stayed in her house with their 2 huge dogs. The only thing she came out for was to get food for the dogs. Every time she came back home, she thought, "There's nothing for me outside. It's safe at home with my 2 dogs. I will never get a scar here." And yet there was an inner voice, quiet and insistent, that wouldn't stop whispering to her, "You need to come out. Come out." But every time she felt the urge to leave home, she would look at photographs of her scarred face and find it impossible to believe that outside could be a happy place. This face. I don't know what they'll do to me out there, but it won't be good. One day, Becky left the house to go to the supermarket. The only thing she had to do out in the world. She dropped her keys underneath the car. Her neighbour was going by as she bent over, trying to find them, and said, "Can I help you?" She froze, not wanting to turn and have him see her face. But the neighbour came over to look under the car with her. Becky didn't have anywhere to hide, but she was surprised to see that he didn't look away. He stayed and helped her find her keys. Becky thought he was probably disturbed by her scars, but he seemed so natural, so happy to be talking to her. "I see you every day when you walk your dogs," he said. "I have dogs too. Can I join you for a walk?" Becky asked, "Are you not scared of my big dogs?" But the neighbour laughed. "Oh no, I also have big dogs. Great Danes, even bigger than yours. See you here tomorrow." Night came. A long night. Then day came. The morning. The sunlight. As it came closer to the time she was supposed to meet her friendly neighbour, Becky felt more and more strongly that she couldn't do it. He was going to say something horrible about her face, or maybe notice it for the first time and run away with fear. She sat, very alone, looking through her photos, looking at her face, thinking, I can't. And then she paused. One of the photos from a long time ago was of her at a wedding. There was confetti and laughter, and the person next to her had her arm around her. She remembered this wedding, which took place years ago. One of the last days she'd gone out, her face exposed. She hadn't had scars then, but now she saw that the person with her in the picture was missing 2 fingers, and yet she'd not thought of that at the time. They'd just been happy, celebrating. She took the photo out of the album and put it in her breast pocket, so it was close to her heart. Then she stepped out of the door to meet her neighbour and walk their big dogs together.